Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us again today for another episode of the Amazing Podcast. We're bringing you the latest and the greatest from the cloud native and Kubernetes space. We are crazy about this industry. We're passionate about it, and we want to explore every nook and corner of it. And today as well, we're going to be having someone from one of the startups that's just launched in the sense just 1 month ago. And so brand new. So their idea is new, their product is new, and what they're doing is really cool. Very excited to bring them to you this week. And a disclaimer as well, I do some consulting work with them. And the good side of that is I'm quite familiar with their product. And I hope that will show in the kind of questions that I ask and the kind of conversation we have, because I think it's a really cool product that they've built. And I really want to have its creator to come and its co-creator to tell us all about it in detail. So we have with us today Itzik Alvas, who is the co-founder and CEO of Entro Security. Entro is spelled E-N-T-R-O. So that's who we're going to be speaking to today. And they operate in the space of secrets management. So that's our intro for today. I'm Twain Taylor, editor at amazic.com, and thanks once again for joining us. Thank you, Itzik, for joining us. It's great to have you with us. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you, Twain, for having me.
All right. Really excited to dig into our conversation about secrets. But before we get to that, I want to ask about you, Itzik. If you can tell us a bit about your story up until your founding of Entro. That would be a great start.
Yeah, sure. So Itzik Alvas, I'm started my cybersecurity journey about 20 years ago, back at one of the intelligence units of the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force. That's actually where I met my co-founder and CTO, Adam Shriki. From there, I moved to several positions. So before Entro Security, I was in charge for the internal security aspects, and then DevOps and SREs under Microsoft Defender for Azure. Before that, I was a CISO of the biggest healthcare company at Israel. Before that, I was a developer and cybersecurity expert. So yeah, I've been working in the cybersecurity space for almost 20 years now, Twain.
Wow. So did you actually work at Checkpoint at any point in your career, or did you skip Checkpoint, the Israeli?
Yeah, as an Israeli, I skipped Checkpoint, which is weird, but I mean, yeah.
All right. Neat. But could you tell us, never know. Could you mention a few of the organizations you worked with before Entro and some of the roles, a bit more detail on that?
Yeah, sure. So again, in the army, I was in charge I started as a software engineer over there. And then I was a team lead and basically was in charge for the security aspects and secrets, which Entro currently, as you mentioned correctly, right? Entro is a secret security and management solution. So secret was always a big issue. We used to leverage secrets all of the time in the army. After that, I was on the operation side of things. It's before the name DevOps, right? But I was an operation engineer, so software engineer within a startup company. So I built the infrastructure over there with code, which was unique in that space. So again, we used to leverage secrets all of the time back then. After that, I moved to the healthcare company, Maccabi Healthcare Company. I was also a DevOps engineer over there. Then I started basically to build their website and other software-related tasks. After that, again, a team lead and went to the security space again. I returned to it after the army. And build teams under me who handled security, and then I was the CISO of that organization. From there, I moved to be started as an SRE senior SRE manager with few teams that reported to me at Microsoft, and then was in charge for the security aspects over there as well. That was just before Entro Security.
All right. Yeah, that's a nice rundown of the different roles that you played. Seems like you've really been laser focused on security all these years. That's really cool. I wanted to get our discussion started talking about just the news headlines that we read. There's not a day goes by where you browse through the news and you see so-and-so huge organization got hacked, or in a huge data breach, X million number of records were stolen. You see all these huge headlines.
Yeah.
And it's so frequent. But then when you read the article, somewhere often you find the word secrets, or someone got access. And these are clues about these are clues that, secrets, there was bad secrets management, most likely, that led to that hack. I would like for you to share with us some of these prominent attacks in the recent months, in the past year, that everyone has probably heard of, and give us a gist of what happened and what role secrets management had to play in that attack.
Right. So yeah, again, as you mentioned correctly, secrets attacks are frequent and destructive. But maybe first, let's frame a secret for a second.
Oh yeah, sure.
Maybe let's do that. So
yeah, what is a secret?
Yeah, so secrets essentially are programmatic access keys, right? So every application that is being developed within any organization use cloud services. They can be databases or storage accounts or GitHub repository and etc., right? And in order for those applications to authenticate against those cloud services, the application needs a key. Those keys are secrets, and they come in many ways and forms and types. So you can have API keys, connection strings, access tokens, sometimes certificates, and etc. So basically, programmatic access keys in which applications are using in order to authenticate against other services. So those are secrets. And the main problem with secrets are that the secrets are being created by DevOps and SREs and developers, so R&D teams, which are not responsible to secure them. And then those secrets are being scattered all over the place. So they are storing them within files or code repositories or CI/CD. They are sending them over Slack channels and etc. So secrets are scattered around, and they are, again, created and handled without any security oversight. So the organization have no idea in most cases how many secrets they have, and then where are they. And that is the main reason why secrets are playing such a vast role in today's cyber attacks. So to answer your question, we are seeing every week, right? Secrets targeted attacks for the last 3 years in a row are one of the top 3 attack vectors out there, and the number one most destructive attack to an organization, the most costly attack to an organization, averaging on $4.4 million per attack. And we're seeing Okta and Slack and Samsung and LastPass, right? LastPass lost one secret, and the hackers actually created more secrets using that secret and keep breaching them in endless waves. It's endless over there. So if you're losing one secret, it's basically game over.
Yeah, that's crazy. So that was a great response, because you really backtracked and broke it down from what is secrets to some of the challenges with secrets management. And so you mentioned how teams store secrets. I want to get into the storage part a bit. So you mentioned teams badly store secrets in various files and code repositories, CI/CD pipelines, and whatnot, Slack. Could you talk a bit about the storage problem with secret? Just get into it a bit more, and also give us a hint about, tell us what's a vault, what's its use, and even what maybe its drawbacks.
Right, so vaults are essentially secret storages. They were introduced to the market, I think, around 15 years ago, maybe a bit less. And they're essentially secret storages. So before vaults, secrets were there wasn't a one place in which security teams or R&D teams that are creating those secrets can store them, right? So the process is someone from your R&D teams, maybe DevOps, will create a secret at the cloud service, maybe database. You will go to that database, create a secret key over there, store it somewhere. The application will fetch it from that location and use it to access the database instance. So before vaults, secrets was again committed into code or config files and etc. And then because secrets were everywhere, vaults were introduced, and vaults are basically databases in which the organization can store their secret and encrypt it. So those are vaults, and they are great solutions, right? So it's a good offering. We are seeing a lot of organization implementing new vaults or other secret storages successfully and using them. The main maybe problem with vaults. So the first one is it's not a problem, right? Vaults were designed for developers. And by saying that, they are not really designed to offer any protection over secrets, or to add any reporting over the secrets, or to add any security pillars over that secret that security professionals can use in order to protect their secrets. It's a secret storage, and the management of it, like every other developer-friendly product, it's a bit lacking, right? You can interact using APIs, but the management, the UI itself, it's not very friendly to non-developers' positions. But maybe the main drawback with vaults, that organization don't have one vault, right? Even if you're using one vault offering, such as HashiCorp or AWS Secret Manager and etc., you probably have one per environment. Probably have one for your test environment, and then one for your prod environment or dev environment, and one for production environment. Maybe you have one per region, and etc. So you have a lot of vaults out there. And then every product or solution nowadays have its own vault. So if you're leveraging Kubernetes at your organization, I assume that your developers are using the Kubernetes vault offering, Kubernetes secrets. And then if you are leveraging Jenkins for CI/CD, you are probably using, maybe without your knowledge, but you are using Kubernetes secrets, which is the vault offering of Jenkins. And then you probably are using GitHub secrets, which is the vault offering of GitHub, and etc. So you have a lot of vaults offering. And for smaller organizations, there are at least 5 different vaults nowadays. So there are a lot of vaults, and vaults are only contributing to the problem, right? To the secret sprawl. The name of the problem is secret sprawl. Okay. So yeah, that's the main drawback of vaults. No real security management, and then a lot of vaults that are only contributing to the secret sprawl problem.
Okay, interesting. So I guess a lot of organizations would think that if they've come so far that they don't store secrets in files and share them in Slack channels and all of that, and instead they're using a vault, they probably think they're secure. Probably they've got some automatic rotation, dynamic secrets going in their vault, and they probably think they're fine, they're done. Right. But what I hear you saying is that there's more to secrets management than just putting it in one place and maybe using a few vault features like rotation and all of that. I see you saying that one of the key issues is secret sprawl, which is multiple vaults and still secrets being scattered even despite vaults. Could you talk a bit more on this? Why? What are some of the signs, rather, that organizations that are using vaults would see to say that they need more than a vault? What are some of those signs? One of them is, like you said, secret sprawls. Are there more? Or you could talk a bit more about secret sprawl.
So yeah, there are more, right? So okay, there's a misconception, and I can understand why, that by placing secrets within a vault, you are keeping them secure. But then again, if you have a lot of vaults out there, I guess you should ask yourself if you know how many secrets you have and where
Yeah.
are. And from my experience, not a lot of organizations have any clue about how many secrets they have and where are they, right? So that's one part. And then maybe the secret rotation, which is mandatory for many compliance. So you mentioned secret rotation or dynamic secrets. So that's also a misconception around the different vaults, because secret rotation is very hard to achieve. So you have an application which is using a secret to access a database, right? And that secret is stored within a vault. Let's assume it's stored within a vault. In order to automatically rotate that secret, you need to understand which application is using it, right? Because if you will replace or rotate that secret while the application is using it, the application, you are creating outage, right? The application will fail, it can't access the database anymore, and vaults don't have any idea which applications are using it, which application are using what secret. They don't have any idea what privileges the secret have within the cloud service, so how can they create new ones? And there's something called secret or dynamic secrets, which basically means every time you will fetch the secret, the vault itself will initiate a secret rotation.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's also a challenge, right? Because if you have two applications which are using, or two workloads, two containers that are using the same secret, every time one will fetch a secret, it will create an outage for the other one. So no one is using it. It's not usable. And again, secrets are a major problem for security. And there's a lot of misunderstanding and misconception around how to fully secure secrets.
Wow, that's a great response. I think, to summarize, you extended what secret sprawl is, which is organizations don't know how many secrets they have in total. That's a big problem. So if you're watching this and if you work with secrets in your organization, ask yourself, do you know how many secrets your organization has? If you don't, then you're missing something. And then Itzik, you also mentioned about dynamic secrets and secrets rotation, about how you may think that's enough, but then implementing it is really challenging because you need to know which app has access to which secret, and that's a big challenge. I wanted to get into a bit more about something similar to vaults, which is also very popular in the secrets management space, secret scanners. So they're really useful because, we have these scanning tools that go out and search through every line of code and every, component in the system, looking to see if there's any secret accidentally put in there that's exposed. Really, really cool tool, and something that humans can't do manually. So a lot of organizations use secret scanners as well. Could you comment a bit about them, the good and the bad?
Sure, yeah, definitely. So secret scanners, right? Secret scanners are, in most cases, scanning for secrets at code repositories, and then some of them can scan for secrets at your CI/CD. But what if your secrets are saved within manuals at the Confluence wiki pages, right? What if your secrets are being sent over Teams chats or Slack messages and etc. So they are not really covering everything that needs to be covered. But again, secret scanners are essentially pattern scanner. They can find secrets according to patterns, and they can find social security numbers according to patterns, right? The main problem with secret scanners, I was a CISO, I used secret scanner, and they can do the job. The main problem with it, they are finding a lot of secrets and lots of false positives. But let's do a scenario, right? So let's say that you use secret scanner and you find 500 secrets within your code repository. Now what? You have no context around them. You don't know what cloud service that secret can access. You don't know which application are using it. You don't know when it was created, why, by whom, who's the owner. What you're gonna do? You have 500 exposed secrets, and you're gonna take it with your VP of R&D, and you're gonna say, as a CISO, right? You're gonna say, hey, we found 500 secrets, and you will need to investigate, and it will take a lot of time, and you will probably push back. And then, even if you will start investigating, a lot of the time those secrets are already deleted or disabled at the cloud service level. So who cares? You can leave them at your code. So you will need context, and that's what is missing from the current secret scanning. And again, it's not a complete solution, because if you would like to know how many secrets you have and where are they, you will need to monitor your everything, right? Every place in which secret can live, and not only code or CI/CD. You will need vaults and other tooling as well.
Yeah. Just what you're saying is a secret scanner tells you something is exposed, a secret is exposed, but it doesn't tell you more than that. It doesn't equip you with enough information to actually do something about it. And you use the key word there, context. And I think that is relevant to both, the limitations of a vault and the limitations of secret scanners, because even with a vault, you need context to know which secret applies to which application, that's context. And so, it seems like context is really important when it comes to secrets management. Could you comment a bit about that? Why is context so important? And even give us some examples of context, and how that can help with resolving issues.
Of course, yeah, I would love to do it. So how can you deal with anything if you have no information about it? If you ever seen a secret, secrets are essentially long strings, a lot of characters and numbers and symbols. So
Bubble text.
so you have no information about them, right? So if you, again, the first problem is we have no idea how many secrets we have and where are they, right? So let's say that I find the secret within my vault, within my code repository, within my wiki pages. Now what? How can I deal with it? I need context. I need to understand if that secret can access my most sensitive database with admin privileges, or that secret is already disabled and I couldn't care less. I need to set my priorities right? So that's what, as a CISO or as a security professional, I need to do. I need to understand what should I handle first, and for that, I need context around everything.
Yeah. I'd like to segue into talking about Entro, the product that you built. So if you could give us a bit of the origin story of Entro and how the idea came about, that there's a need for something like Entro in this market. Could you talk a bit about the origin story?
Yeah, sure. So secrets have been around for a long while, right? And they are a challenge for a lot of organizations for many, many years. And then we've seen products like vaults and products like secret scanning. And I was in charge for secret security for a long time at large companies and enterprises. I was in charge for secret security at Microsoft, in other companies. And I couldn't really understand how to best manage them from a security perspective, right? So again, you have your developers and you need to give them the tools to manage secrets. You want them to keep moving fast because they are enabling the business and they are building the core products of that business. So you need to enable them. You don't want to block them. And then you are putting some guidelines. So you are saying, hey, all secrets must be stored within vaults, and then all secrets must have descriptions, and all secrets need to be rotated because we are SOC 2 compliant and we are FedRAMP compliant or DSS, whatever, EPA. So we need them rotated and etc. But how can I make sure as a CISO or as a security leader that those guidelines are actually happening, or someone is following them? I have no tools, and if I have privileges over the different vaults. Let's say that I even know how many vaults I have, which is again a challenge. Let's say that I have a list of all of my vaults.
Mhm.
I can connect to my vault and I can't probably understand anything out there, and I can't understand if all of my secrets are stored within a vault, and if that vault is well configured and not publicly opened, and etc. So I had no tools around secret security, and then I'm not gonna disclose the organization, but we were act using a secret, and my friends organization were act using a secret. Again, secrets are the top 3 attack vectors out there, so probably every day the new organization is breached using a secret. So a solution was needed, and we've talked with a lot of security leaders out there and started from their feedback and from their idea and from our know-how by dealing with that problem for so many years. We started Entro Security, and essentially what Entro is doing is everything that I looked for at the product. So the first thing is we are able to give you an answer about how many secrets you have within your organization and where are they. We are creating a secret inventory. We are able to integrate to all places in which secrets can be stored or exposed or saved, and give you a secret inventory and say, hey, you have that amount of secrets and they are scattered across those places, vaults or code or collaboration tools, and etc. And then we are actually enriching and classifying each secret. So we are visualizing a map around it of which application is using what secret to access what cloud service, and adding a lot of other data around each secret, such as when it was created, why, by whom, when it was last rotated for compliance, what privileges does it get within the cloud service? Are those privileges what the secret actually needs, or is it overprivileged? And basically everything you need to know around the secret, and then we are constantly monitoring those secrets for any abnormal behavior or anomaly detection. So we have a machine learning algorithm that is able to track the secret usage and understand if there's any misuse, abuse, or any abnormal behavior. So if your secrets are being accessed from China and you don't have business over there, actually it was an attack from 2 weeks ago, we will let you know. If you have an application which is using 2 secrets and now they're using 10, we will let you know, and etc. And we have other pillars as well, such as vaults misconfiguration, public exposure, dark web exposure, least privilege, and many, many more. We are an holistic solution for secret security and management. And essentially, we are putting an AirTag on each secret. So from the moment it was created and until hopefully it will be deleted, we will let you know who interact with it, who duplicated it, where is it, where the copy of it is, and everything you need to know in order to keep that secret secure and compliant.
Really cool. It kind of reminds me of these products that do a similar thing, but in the cloud space, like these incident management tools like PagerDuty and VictorOps, which actually monitor your cloud infrastructure and for reliability issues and let you know when something is down. But seems like Entro does a similar thing, but specifically built for secrets. Would you say that analogy is kind of true if someone is familiar with PagerDuty and VictorOps and stuff?
So I assume so. It's different, right? We all understand that we are an holistic solution around secret security. So if you are monitoring your human users that can access your drive and email, I guess you need to at least have a programmatic users inventory and to protect those secrets because they can access your most sensitive infrastructure, right? So
Okay. Yeah, and you mentioned about the challenge of like people sharing secrets on Slack channels, wikis, all of these places, Jira tickets. So Entro, you're saying Entro is able to track even these places to see if secrets are being exposed there. Is that true?
yeah. It's Entro is integrated into all places in which secrets can live, right?
Okay.
So yeah, it's true. We are able to integrate into all the different places in which the R&D can store or expose the secret.
Mhm. What about these integrations? If you had to build integrations, I'm assuming it's API based. Is it agentless? Could you tell us a bit about the integration and how it works?
Yeah, so we support bring your own vault or bring your own everything. And yeah, we are a SaaS B2B product. So we are leveraging a lot of APIs, no agents, it's totally agentless. And we are not disturbing the R&D. The R&D teams, the developers, the DevOps, the SREs can keep doing their own thing. They can keep creating secrets as they used to, storing them wherever they like to. We will find all of the vaults out there. We can discover vaults. So if someone is creating a new vault, we will let you know as a security professional. If someone is creating new secret, we will let you know. We will do it without interfering with your current solutions or work. And it has a lot of enablement within it, right? Because you want to enable the R&D teams to use new vaults or new products, but as a security team, you would like them to keep those new vaults secure and compliant, and the secret within those vaults secure and compliant. And we enable them to do it, because if someone will create a new Azure Key Vault, or if someone will create a new virtual machine and install HashiCorp Vault on it, we will find it and we will integrate into it, and we will keep the vault and the secret within it secure and compliant.
That's really cool. I didn't know that you could discover even new vaults that are created automatically and even integrate those secrets. That's really cool. Yeah. I wanted to ask a bit about what about when a secret is found. So we spoke a bit about metadata and how that the context, which is the metadata. I'd like for you to talk about, once the secret is found, some of the abilities that, or the things that Entro equips you with in terms of context and metadata, and even if there's any things like anomaly detection that helps you even spot it sooner. Those kind of scenarios, could you talk on?
Yeah, of course. So in terms of the enrichment, we will let you know everything around it. When it was created, full activity log, we interact with that secret, we fetch it, we use it to access which cloud service, when it was modified, when it was rotated, who have access to that secret, what privileges does that secret have within the cloud service, everything you need to know around the secret. We will let you know if it was a human interaction with that secret or machine interaction with that secret. So everything around it. And because we are tracking that secret, and because we are able to enrich it, and because we have the full secret lineage map, and we are dropping an air tag on each secret, we are able to do the anomaly detection. So let me give you an example, right? So we have a customer, and while doing the POC, we discovered there's an external organization that can access that customer secrets, and not only he can access it, is also copying out all of his secret out of a specific vault outside of the organization. So how can something like that happen, right? How can organization, and it's a large enterprise, how can a large enterprise have all of its secret copied out of his organization to another organization without even having any idea around it? So the main reason is because no one is tracking it. No one have any monitoring around it. No one have any idea how many secrets or what they can do. So that's one anomaly, right? Again, we had another customer, and one of the employees who actually, before he left the organization, he dumped all of the secrets from a vault to his PC. Why he did it? I have no idea, but he actually copied out all of the secrets from the vault to his personal laptop. And then maybe tomorrow he can use them to access their databases or storage accounts or customers' data, right? And the organization had no idea until we started working with them. So there are a lot of different anomalies out there, and we are finding new anomalies every day and creating new anomalies every day. And because secrets targeted attacks are happening all of the time, we have a research team that is able to respond to any attack. So if there were a new attack out there, we will add the anomaly around it to respond on time and keep the organization safe and secure.
Those are some great examples. I think really hard to spot those issues where someone that you trust and who's within your perimeter is exporting or downloading secrets or any confidential information for that matter. It's really hard to spot, but it's great to see that there is a solution even for that problem, and that you can get notified about it and take action immediately. That's amazing. That's a really cool feature, I think. And I'll just also extend a bit about this, talking about just the people problem with secrets management, because I think that's the hardest problem to crack. The way people are. Because you can more easily control applications and systems according to rules and policies, but then people do things like this, like if it's to share and collaborate with each other, they do things in a way that's not best practice, or if it's to even if they're given a task to migrate secrets from one place to another, which is official, which is legitimate, they would still do it in a way that's not supposed to be done. So I'd say the people problem with secrets management is a big one and a hard one to solve. What are some of the examples, some of the ways that, with Entro you designed, or some of the features in Entro that helps to reduce the kind of people issues that are there with secrets management?
Yeah, so first and foremost, we will let you know who can access your secrets, right? I guess you need that visibility. Which human user, because only application should interact with secret, right? Unless you are creating a secret, or unless you are modifying or rotating secret, or replacing it essentially, you shouldn't interact with secrets. Only application should interact with your secret keys. So first of all, we will let you know, hey, there's a list. Here's all of your employees or external to your organization that can view your secrets. Maybe external organization, maybe anyone that can access your organization. So we will provide the list, and you should review it and approve or remove privileges of anyone that can see, copy, download, delete, or do whatever with secrets and they don't need to. And we will also let you know what's the positions of those employees. So we are seeing a lot of designers and products and etc. that can access secrets, and why? There's no reason to do it other than someone from the R&D teams, from DevOps, just placed an asterisk and said, okay, everyone can access everything because it's easier for me. So that's one thing. Keep everything clean and hygiene around secret keys, because those are the crown jewels, right? And then again, we are monitoring everything. So if your secrets are vest downloads or any abnormal interaction with those secrets, so geolocation that doesn't make sense, different types that doesn't make sense, new workloads, and etc. So everything, any abnormal behavior, we will let you know and respond on your behalf.
Yeah, that's really cool. So I want to ask about how things happen with, Entro integrates with the Vault, and then you're talking about limiting access. So if I find out that, a certain person or group of people don't need access, can you change the access level from Entro itself, or does Entro alert you and then you go to your Vault and change the access level? How does that happen?
Right. So Entro, and we spent a lot of time. We have a unique algorithm around it. Entro doesn't ask for any privileges over your secrets. We can't see your secrets. We can't interact with your secrets. We're able to do it with no privileges over those secrets. So no, we can't change anything related to your secrets. But what we can do and what we are doing, we are giving you automated scripts and automated tasks, and you can use your own privileges and do it or schedule it to run with your privileges. So yeah, there's an automated mitigation process and resolvement process, and it's all automated, and it can be triggered automatically as well, but it will be with your privileges.
Okay, that sounds really interesting. I would like for you to explain that a bit more about how this works, this script or this automation. Is it in Entro? Do you set the rules in Entro? Does it integrate? Like how does it work? If you could take us a bit through that process.
Yeah. So it differs between different alerts, but then you can follow guidelines. So let's take the basic approach, right? You have a developer that committed a secret into a code. Okay, we can and we will automatically reach out to the developer. We will open Jira ticket for him, or we will reach out over Teams or Slack or whatever you will configure us to do, and we will reach out to the developer and say, hey buddy, you've done a mistake. Those are the remediation steps. Follow them and stop exposing secrets, right? In addition, we will give him a script that he can run and do it automatically. And then those scripts can also be downloaded from our system. In addition, you can press a button. It will ask for your privileges, and it will run the script on your behalf. And you can also automate it. So you can say, okay, for every exposed secret, every 24 hours, run that script and clean it from there, and etc. Or if you find an exposed secret, clean it with those privileges. So we are offering that, and there are many ways to do it. You can, again, download it and run it from your own scheduler that you are using. So we are very flexible around the mitigations. Yeah.
That's an amazing feature. What do you call it, by the way? Is it automatic remediation or something else? What's the feature called?
So yeah, it's a secret threat response.
Okay. Secret threat response. Okay. Should look out for that in your on your website or in the docs. Great. So, we spoke about different things related to secrets management and Entro. As you are building the product Entro, what would you say was the hardest problem to solve? Could you talk a bit about that? Which of these different challenges was the hardest, and the approach you took?
Yeah, so there are a lot of different challenges to build a product and to build a company. But I think the most difficult one is to achieve a full holistic secret security and management without asking for privileges and without interfering with the current work, right? Because if you are onboarding, if we were a new vault, right? If you are onboarding a new vault into your environment, you will need to change all of your code, right? Your code, you should first find all of your secrets, and then you should migrate them into your code, which is into your vault, which is a large challenge. And then you need to change your code and direct that code to fetch the secret from the new vault, which is a lot of work, and no one is able to do that. Maybe for new applications, but not for current ones. So we are able to do a full holistic secret security and management for security teams without interfering with their work, and then we are not even asking for privileges. So that took us a lot of time, and it's a unique, complicated algorithm. And then again, we have the machine learning algorithm, which is again a unique and complicated one. Yeah.
Wow. Sounds really cool. I think, this idea of enabling teams and making secrets management not to be the obstacle. I think that's quite fascinating, and probably something maybe as a part two we should save for next time when we speak. A
Yeah.
really interesting idea that is. Yeah, but great work on just building this. I want, we live in a time where things move fast, applications are built really quick. And, so when your customers use Entro, what are the early results that they see on, let's say, day one as they, install Entro? What are some of the things you're going to see that's going to make them, smile, make them feel like, wow, this was worth it?
Yeah. So when Entro is deployed, it's like a Christmas tree, right? We are finding a lot of secrets, and the entire organization lights up. And we are always asking before starting a POC or deploying our product is we're always asking, where do you think we will find the most secrets? So do you think it's the vault, or do you think it's the code repository? Maybe Teams. And we are always surprised. We are always surprised. So our last integration, actually the most secrets are within log files. So developers are printing out secrets to logs and error messages. So I guess all organizations will be surprised, but within 10 minutes of onboarding, really quick, you will be able to know how many secrets you have, where are they, get a map around them, understand the context of your secrets, classify, understand who's the owner of them, and keep them monitoring. And then I'm sure you will be surprised on how many secrets you have and the location of those secrets. Yeah.
Yeah, so probably they're not going to be smiling. It's going to be like 10 minutes and then scrambling to fix all those exposed secrets.
Right. But again, we will let you know what the severity of each secret. So you can understand what to take or where to place your efforts first.
Yeah, absolutely. I really love that feature you spoke about, the script that you can automate tasks with. Really cool.
Yeah.
So how do people get started with Entro? What's the first step?
It's very, very simple, right? Go to entro.security. So it's ENTRO.security and request for a demo. We will reach back within one business day. You can look me up on LinkedIn and say, hey, we can start a conversation. Or Google Entro Security, again, ENTRO-security, and you will find us.
All right, awesome. The last question for you, Itzik, is if you could give us a teaser of maybe an exciting upcoming feature from your roadmap, just a gist of it, or maybe even the direction you see Entro going in, and something that excites you when you think of Entro's future.
Right, so maybe a tip. We have a lot more coming up. So we are wait for the release, but we will enable automated migration of secrets from the exposure places into vaults or between vaults, and there's a lot more coming up, but just a teaser. Maybe another one. We call it pass the pass. So it's basically we will. Okay, so if you have a developer that is sending secrets on Slack channel side because they need to share them somehow. So currently we will let you know when we can mask that secret and you can delete it or whatever, we will let you know. But we will shortly enable developers to pass secrets securely. Like credit card, where you can see it for a couple of seconds and then it goes away. So we are keeping secrets secure while enabling the business, and that's our goal of providing solution for security teams, right? Not only keeping them secure, but keeping them secured while enabling the business.
Wow, sounds really cool and really exciting. It was a pleasure chatting with you, Itzik, and you guys are building a really cool product, and there are a lot of secret management tools out there which store secrets. But I think, the product that you're building really gives intelligence on what's happening with those secrets and really equips CISOs to really take action and be strategic about the way they manage secrets. It's really critical, and I'm sure, Entro is saving many organizations from being the next news headline. So congrats to you on your recent launch, and I wish you all the best for the journey with Entro. And before you go, Itzik, I have a couple of questions to get to know you a bit. I want to ask, what would you choose as an alternate career path if not for your job in tech?
Yeah, that's a great question. So hopefully a guitar player. I play the guitar a lot.
Nice.
So hopefully that. But if I can be more realistic, then probably content writer. I know you like that as well.
Yeah,
If I have
like me,
time.
I play guitar, I write content.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So did
What
it
do
did
you
it
play?
know about that? About
Yeah,
the part at least. Um, but yeah, I mean,
do you
though
play rhythm? Do you play lead, bass? What do you play?
started at bass, but I mean,
Oh, same
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Much in common. Yeah, cool. Yeah, okay. Your next question. One lesson that you learned from your time in the defense services.
Right. So I learned a lot in my during my time at the Israeli Defense Force. So you know the army, right? There's a will, there's a way. Always get things done. So maybe that's like one dead lesson I
Oh,
learned up there. But essentially, you are young. You are 18, and now you are responsible for a lot of tech that needs to stay online and improve because they are supporting real soldiers that are fighting for their lives, right? So you have a lot of responsibility,
mhm.
and you need to be creative and you need to move fast. So I learned a lot around be creative, no limitation, and understand how to move to move fast, but to do it correctly, right?
Mm. Wow. Sounds like real gold at that age, learning stuff like that and being responsible for so much.
Yeah.
Uh, Very valuable. Your next question is about you as a founder. Uh, what would you say is one thing you're really proud of being a startup founder?
Yeah. So working with great people, getting my band back together, the entire core team or the entire team uh, that started Entro Security. I worked with all of them in the past. I
Ah,
know everyone personally, so getting the band back together. But I guess my true the answer about what I'm most proud of is we really did it, right? We are protecting against secrets attacks in every day across many organizations, and we found a solution for a problem that exists for many years and keeping security teams up at night.
certainly, because though you launched just last month, the product has been 2+ years in the making. So I'm sure there's a lot of ups and downs, and you actually come this far. And so congrats.
Thanks.
Um, and your next question. So being CEO, there's a lot of roles that you play. You have to juggle between a lot of different functions. So you need to be the tech guy, the developer, the product guy. You need to be the marketing guy, the finance guy, all of that wrapped in one. But which one most, which do you most enjoy? Which stimulates you the most?
That's a great question. So I've been a manager for a long time. I'm a manager for I think over 10 years now. So I guess a mix, right? I like doing it all. Uh, so I guess I'm not a developer anymore, but I love doing that. But I'm not doing that currently. So I guess a mix between product guy, marketing, finance is always great. I'm a numbers kind of guy. So doing everything, or at least monitoring everything. So a mix. Sorry for not have a direct answer.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if I could take product as the one because you mentioned that first.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, but I see that for you, you see it all as together. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Uh, yeah, the last question for you, Itzik, is what would you say is one principle or one value you have as a CEO, something that you bring or something you stand for, or another way to put it is what kind of CEO do you aspire to be?
So my it's not one principle, but my number one principle is hire the best of the best, right? You need to no one have all of the answers. No one is the most knowledgeable guy or anything. You need good, and you need the best to surround you if you're gonna do anything. So hire the best of the best. Your core team is what will make you different from others who's gonna try to do the same. So yeah, surround yourself with the best and work
Mm,
together
yeah,
as a
yeah. That's a great lesson, I think. Yeah, kind of heard that different versions of that in the past, about hiring people that are smarter than you. And yeah, those
yeah.
kind of things. Yeah, it's really cool. Thanks so much, Itzik, for joining us. It was really fun having this conversation with you. Time really flew by, but it was a really great deep dive into talking about secrets. And I can see the passion and the excitement with which you speak, and you've got a unique product. So congrats to you, congrats on the team. All the best for your journey, and we hope to catch up with you again soon once you release a few more updates to Entro to tell us more about it. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Dwayne. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, and thank you to all of our viewers as well for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this. If you like this discussion, head over to amazic.com where you'll find this and other similar conversations, and tune in for the next episode. That's it for now. Take care. Have a good day.